Show ready to go.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Hell, I'm getting thirsty right now.
So you have a favorite song on the record, or you like all of them?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they have different meanings for me, I mean, like Mysterious Ways kind of came from the heart, and Up in Flames was about Dewey's house burning down, I mean, he lived in a duplex. In fact, he moved back into it now that they've rebuilt it, but this place over in Hollywood, his neighbor, the guy on the other side of the duplex, basically had an electrical fire and his place burned to the ground. Dewey's place, he lost a lot of stuff, but was able to salvage most of his property. And I remember he called me up and was like, "Oh my God, dude, my house has burned. I can't even believe it." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm on my way over." So I went over there and, with a headlamp and gloves and, try and salvage what we could. And I couldn't believe it. I'd never really been in a fire like that. It really left an impression on me. I mean, all this guy's stuff, his neighbor's stuff, was out in the front yard in a pile. All this stuff that was like his prized possessions. He is a collector of a lot of different things, and all of his collections were just burnt to a crisp. I mean, he lost a couple of cats too. I mean, it was just a heartbreaker, and the police tape is up, and the smoke is still rising off of the roof, and I'm just looking at. And we went inside, and the walls, the ceiling, the floor, everything was just black. And it just really kind of left a mark on me, And I went home, and that song pretty much just kind of spilled right out of me. I mean, it was one of those that you don't really plan out. It just kind of, it just kind of falls out of the sky, And I mean, because some of the songs on the record, I've had the ideas for a long time, or, like there's different, but that one was one that just kind of, spilled out right onto the page.
Yeah, it's like with most good music comes from some emotional spark or some inspiration that you just you wind up going home and you're just driven by something and you just have to write something or get it out. Especially with guitar, you could sit there and just pour it out in your guitar and have that outlet and be able to put a song into that. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite. Me and Dewey both, I think we kind of gravitate toward that, because it's got that meaning to it.
Well, I mean, how does he feel about singing that song every night? I mean, it's got to be like bring back memories every time he sings it, right?
Yeah, maybe so. I don't know. But he you can tell there's emotion there, though. You know what I mean? And sometimes that makes for a great performance.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you want in a song.
Yeah, and it's one of his favorites, I know. I mean, he said that in a couple of interviews we've been in together, and, I know he likes that one.
So the band is going out on the road, you said, next month, right? Or this month, actually, right?
Yeah, this month we're going out, I think 14th. We're flying down to Dallas. We've got a few dates down in Texas, and then out to Denver to start up with Alice Cooper. We've got like a handful of dates with him and some of our own, and it's going to be fun. I'm really excited to play with Alice. I've never seen him live, so, it's going to be an experience. I'm really excited about it.
Have you ever met him before?
No, I haven't. Everyone says that he's the greatest guy ever. I can't wait to meet him.
So that's going to be what, the Terror Tour? Is that what he's calling it right now?
I think so. It's going to be a lot. I'm really stoked about it. I mean, because those guys, they've met him. Rex had told me he's played golf with him, and he's just the greatest guy. You're going to love him. You're going to love him. And I know a couple of guys that are, the drum tech and the drummer, Glenn Sobel, is a friend of mine, and, so I'm looking forward to just getting out and, kind of hanging with friends and playing some big stages and getting to stand in front of some more people. Because that's really what we need to do right now. We've been out and we play to 300 people or so, like if we do our headline shows and clubs and stuff like that. But getting in front of 3,000, 4,000 people is really what we need to do. Being a new band like we are and having new material, a lot of people may or may not have heard of the band, but they may not have heard the music at all. And if we can't get it in front of people, then how people will know whether they like us or not. So it's a great opportunity, and we're really grateful for it.
Now, in that regard, as far as getting the music out there, how's the distribution of the album coming along? Are you guys getting the album out there distribution wise, or is it word of mouth more so?
Well, we've had a problem trying to find it in stores here and there. Right?
Yeah, a little frustrating. I mean, we know how to get stuff, but we get it. I mean, are you guys having that same problem in your end, where, like you said, it's just a matter of getting in front of people and playing? Is that?
Yeah, it has been sort of an issue. I mean, the level of promotion really hasn't been there like we'd like it to be, but it did get distributed, and whenever we're traveling, I'll make a point to swing into a mall and the middle of nowhere and stop into an FYE and see if they've got some in there, and often they'll have, like a J card but no CD, or they'll have one CD. But with a new band like that, a lot of times when you're distributing it, they don't buy a lot of them up front, and then reorders are tough as well, unless you've got like somebody pushing the reorders.
Or do you think that it's just people going to iTunes and just downloading it right there so they have it right away?
There's a lot of that, I know, and we've sold quite a few on Amazon. There was a lot of movement, especially when it first came out. We were definitely doing well with that. And it is kind of a word of mouth. I mean, the music business is kind of word of mouth now.
Exactly.
It's not like it used to be,
Yeah. Because we've learned that from doing the show. Every band is exactly saying the same thing that you're saying. You got to get out there. You got to promote. You got to get in front of as many people as you possibly can and get the word out there. And all the bands that we've had on the show are pretty much doing the same thing. They might not have as much money as another band to be on a major tour or whatnot, but that's all you can do. You go on Facebook, you advertise, you do as many shows as you can.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you can do. I mean, it's kind of a do-it-yourself business nowadays.
A lot of bands have said that they're just bypassing a manager and do it themselves too.
Yeah.
We have one more question for you on the Hard Rockology show, like we always do with all our guests. We need to know your Spinal Tap moment, Mark.
Well, let's see.
You got to make it a good one because it's going to be in the book.
What's that?
You got to make it a good one because it's going to be in the Hard Rockology book coming soon, like in maybe 5 years or so.
Oh Lord. Well, when I first started playing, I played in a cover band called Justice, and we were playing at this place. I think it was called the Green Frog Lounge. I can't remember exactly. I think that was it though, the Green Frog Lounge in Lincoln, Nebraska. And I had like all my ripped up clothes on. My hair was all sticking up. I was looking good. Let me just tell you what, I was ready to rock. And we were playing I want to say it was Cat Scratch Fever. It was a Ted Nugent song. And I thought I was going to be cool and jump off the stage right at the proper moment when it came in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like right when the big drum, cymbal crashes all hit. So I go to jump off the stage, and the cord that I had was just a little bit too short. So not only did it kind of stop me in mid-flight of my jumping off the stage thing and drop me straight down on my ass, it also pulled my amp over.
Oh.
So, yeah, and, well, it wasn't even a big amp in those days. I mean, like, it was a little RG-80, but, it made a big mess. It made a big sound. It definitely wasn't very flattering.
I think I like that.
I like that. That's a pretty cool story. We haven't heard a story like that yet.
But I think when we do the story, we'll just make the amp a lot bigger.
Yeah, we'll make the amp like a giant amp, and you just pull the
There you
whole
go.
sound system
All
down.
those stacks that I had back
Yeah,
then.
just crush the keyboard player or something.
I'd kill for a picture of that now.
I'm sure there's a picture out there someplace. You just haven't seen it.
It'll come. One of these days, it'll come back to haunt me.
All right, so you said you had two stories, or just that one?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay,
yeah,
one is good enough, though.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the Hard Rockology show, and we wish the band well on their tour with Alice Cooper that's starting in, like you said, a couple of weeks.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, we just want you to announce this next song. It's going to be strange, so announce the song to the world for us.
This is Mark Zavon from Kill Devil Hill, and you're listening to Hard Rockology. This is strange.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Hey, the pleasure's all mine. Thanks
All right.
for having me on, you guys. I
All
really
right.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yep, bye.